morning. So it's Wednesday morning, and I'm currently in Woolacombe, which is near Ilfracombe in Devon. I think I'm in Devon. Yes, Devon. I'm near the Little Roadway Farm camping park, and I'm on some nice country lanes. I've done my delivery at 7 a.m. I've reloaded the van with the site clearance and a second drop, which is here on my passenger seat. It's two dishes. Dishes? They're like miniature dish antennas. And a bit of steel work in my footwell. Back of the van's full, and these brand new, so they don't want damaging by all the rubbish. Anyway, what am I actually going on about? So, a couple of weeks ago in the group chat, the lads were talking and asked if a shipper expects you to do the speed limit. Obviously, you're going to drive slower, you're going to get better fuel consumption for yourself and save a bit of money, but you're going to drive slower. You're also not going to be doing an ASAP job, a direct delivery, are you? So I said, personally, I think that if you booked for a direct ASAP delivery, then you should be doing the speed limit. Not over the speed limit, you shouldn't be speeding. No one should be anyway. But you should be doing the speed limit to the best of your ability. Obviously, if there's going to be traffic, you can't help that. But I think you shouldn't be purposely driving slower to save fuel because you booked for an ASAP delivery. If you booked and you pick it up at 9 a.m. and it doesn't need to be delivered till 5 and you've got time, 100% take your time, get the best fuel economy you can, and get there on time. Or, for instance, if you booked the night before, you're loaded and you need to be there at 8 a.m. Leave a little bit earlier, like I did this morning. So, I left this morning at 1:30 to get to Devon for 7, which is exactly what I did. Now, when I first got in the van this morning, just after 1:30, it said I was going to get here at 6:36, and that was at the speed limit, obviously. I decided to put my cruise control on at 60 mile an hour all the way through the motorway, apart from obviously the 50 mile an hour sections, and I managed to average 42.9 mpg. Well, actually, it was a bit higher than that. It was around the 44 and a half mark until I got on the country roads to the site. So that is a lot better than if I sit at 70, because at 70 I'm averaging 32 to 35, depending on the day. And it has saved me fuel, but it's cost me time. It cost me like 25 minutes. But in the grand scheme of things, leaving 25 minutes, half an hour earlier to get this delivery done wasn't an issue for me, because it was going to save me a bit of money and I could run the van in after its repairs and work it's had done. I didn't want to be thrashing it. Well, that actually brings me to another point. Over the last 2 days as well, Monday, Tuesday, after having the van back, I've had really bad fuel consumption. I drove to Bristol the other day from Macclesfield and I got 28 mpg. I then drove from Bristol into London and it continued at 28. And by the time I'd got to Wellingborough, where I tramped on Monday night, it was actually down to 19 mpg, and I hadn't been thrashing it. So I just assumed I was using more diesel for the new, because it's all been serviced and stuff, and it's just getting back used to things. I don't know. So this morning I set off purposely to try and build my MPG up, because I don't want to get in low MPG and going through a ton of fuel to do jobs. And that's exactly what I've done. So I'm still averaging now 42.7 as we drive down these country lanes. This delivery, I'm heading towards Wolverhampton with it, so it's on my way back. So I'm going to try and stick to 65 mile an hour, a bit faster, 70 mile an hour. It's not a rush job. I'm meeting the guys there. If it does turn into a rush job, obviously I do the speed limit. And yeah. So personally, I think if you're doing an ASAP job where it's for your customer or on the CX and it's pick up and direct delivery, you need to be doing the speed limit, not purposely driving slower to save fuel. But if you are doing a job which has got a time delivery, which you can meet that time if you're going to drive slower, or you can deliver it the next morning, like this job, then 100% leave earlier, take your time, conserve your fuel, get good MPG on your van, and save yourself a bit of money. I think it's a no-brainer, really. And one question before I finish. HGVs on the motorway, what is the speed limit? Because I thought they were restricted to 90 kilometers an hour, which is 56 mile an hour. But I got overtaken by an Arctic this morning whilst I was doing 60, and he was doing at least 65 the way he just breezed past me. I actually got overtaken by 2 or 3, and then they'd slow down, and then I'd overtake them again, then they'd overtake me again. It was like cat and mouse, but annoying. So if you have the exact figure of you run a HGV and you know, put it in the comments and let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.